True listening, lasting impression. You will use true listening and what you have learned about how to understand what a guest is trying to say to help deliver the promise of true hospitality. But how do you show guests and colleagues that you have mastered true listening? Listening is about understanding and acknowledging people's feelings and knowing what they need. To help develop your true listening skills, you will need to learn and gain facts, understand what the guest is feeling and empathize with them, and understand the guest's intentions. Focusing on the words that guests use allows you to learn and gain facts. This takes concentration. Everyone has to multitask throughout the day, and there can be many distractions that affect how well you listen. Distractions can be anything, from other conversations to nearby activity, the phone ringing while you are talking to a guest, or even your own thoughts. It can be quite difficult to concentrate when the hotel is very busy, but it's important to give guests your full attention when they need help. This means managing anything around you that might disrupt the listening process or that could distract you. It's also important to show the guest that you are listening, like Sarah is doing here. She doesn't doodle, shuffle papers, or look away from the guest. She shows the guest she is listening by leaning forward and slightly tilting her head. She nods, smiles, and agrees with the guest as they speak by saying yes. She also takes notes as the guest speaks. This shows the guest that she understands. Remember that listening is an active process in which you need to participate. This means that throughout a conversation, take care to restate what the guest has said by repeating any important information. If you don't understand something or need to clarify something, ask the guest questions about what they mean. This also shows the guest that they are being heard and encourages them to continue the conversation. This is how you can find out exactly what the guest needs and gain accurate facts to understand a guest's request. Remember, conversations are not only verbal. A guest doesn't only communicate through what they say, but also how they say it. Sometimes a guest won't say something directly. Instead, they will show us what they mean through their body language. Pay attention to these subtle cues so that you can better understand what the guest is feeling and empathize with them. For example, Jamil not only listens to his guest, but picks up nonverbal signs the guest is conveying. By picking up on how this guest is feeling, Jamil can tell that the guest is feeling sick and can empathize with him. Empathy is when we put ourselves in the shoes of the guest and understand something from their point of view. A good listener also pays attention to the tone and volume of someone's voice, their facial expressions, hand gestures, and posture. All of these can reveal a guest's emotions or attitude. In this way, you can tell whether a guest is happy or sad, tired or irritated. Ultimately, you combine the facts and the feelings you learn when listening to a guest and use them to create a full picture of exactly what a guest might need to fully understand the guest's intentions. Understanding intention means putting together all the information a guest has provided, what they told you directly, and anything extra you pick up. By listening to the guest carefully, understanding their emotions and their intentions, you get to know the guest better, making it easier for you to anticipate guests' needs and serve them in the best way possible. True listening means that you can ensure you are providing attentive, helpful, and caring service. It's time for you to reflect on what you have learned.